Okay, very well. So we're recording. Today we're going to see some vocabulary to talk about feelings. This is a review because we have already seen it. So is here. First, we only have so many types of adjectives, right? We have some adjectives, for example. Let's think about happy, right? Happy or angry or sad, right? This kind of adjectives, this kind of feelings, they don't come from verbs. They don't originate from verbs. No se originan de verbos, right? But we have other type of adjectives that come from verbs. The base is the verb, right? Todos estos adjetivos que vemos aquí, right? For example, terrify. So terrify is the verb, okay? Interest is a verb too. Surprise is a verb too. So this is the base of these adjectives. So when you modify them, you can make them an adjective, right? For example, terrified or terrifying, interested or interesting, surprised or surprising. So if you want to modify a verb and make it an adjective when it's possible, and it's possible with most of the verbs, puede casi con cualquier verbo. So the only thing you need to do or you need to add is the ed or the ing. All right, so you have, for example, interest. Interest, remember that is originally a verb, but if you say interesting, ahora quiere decir interesante. But if you say interested, it would mean interesado. Just pay attention to these pictures, right? So here we have two examples. Here it says, I was terrified. So I use the ed ending to say that how I was feeling, my feeling, right? I was terrified. So terrifying with ing, it's talking about the ride, okay? So the ing is used to describe that something produces that feeling, and the ed ending is used to describe how you feel about something, all right? The same would be with boring, right? So we could say, I am bored. I am bored. It's different from I am boring, right? What is the difference between I'm bored and I'm boring? What is the difference?
Que el bored es pasado y boring es que está pasando justo ahorita.
Yeah, but in this case, don't look them as verbs. En este caso, no los vean como verbos, son adjetivos. So they are not actually saying anything about the past or the present continuous. Both are adjectives, ambos son adjetivos, entonces no, ahorita no estamos hablando de un verbo.
Soy aburrido y me estoy aburriendo.
Something like that. I'm bored means estoy aburrido, right? If you say I'm boring, it describes you, it's how you are. I am boring, soy una persona aburrida, I'm boring. Entonces no es lo mismo, bored. So the ed ending is used when you have the feeling, cuando tú te sientes de esta forma. Ing is when you cause this emotion. Ing es lo que ocasiona esa emoción, right? Como aquí lo que les explicaba. I was terrified. Yo estoy como aterrorizado. El paseo fue terrorífico. Okay, so terrifying is describing something. The same with boring, right? Boring is the situation. Okay, a boring wait in line. Una aburrida espera en la fila. But you say bored when you're talking about yourself. Okay, very well. So let's see, we're going to see this. We need to choose the ed or the ing. You will see with these examples and it will be clear. Entonces, resumiendo, ing or the ed ending, cualquiera de estos dos, ya sea la terminación ed o ing, va a depender de, va a utilizarse solamente cuando el adjetivo proviene de un verbo, right? Terrify, interest, surprise, exhaust, confuse, todos ellos provienen de verbos, pero no son verbos, right? They are adjectives, they're describing. So the ed ending is describing your feelings. The ed se utiliza para describir cómo te sientes, right? ing is used to describe that you or something else causes that feeling. ing, entonces, es lo que causa esa persona o esa cosa causa esa emoción. Let's pay attention. Let's see number one, for example, how the first exercises. I'm going to help you with this one. So it says, the movie we saw last night was terrified. It's not possible because terrified, aquí I'm talking, remember what I'm talking about in the sentence. Hay que ver de qué estamos hablando. Estamos hablando de la película. La película no es una persona, no puede tener emociones, entonces no puedo decir que la película estaba aterrorizada, right? So I would say the movie was terrifying because it causes me that feeling, right? So the movie was terrifying. It produces terror, produce terror, right? Okay, very well. And I want you also to pay attention to how the word is transformed, cómo la palabra se transforma. Entonces, we have a base that is a verb, right? Terrify. Terrify. Terrify es un verbo. Yo aterrorizo. It says, I terrify. Yes, yo aterrorizo. If you modify it and you add the ed, then it's not longer a verb, right? Podría ser un verbo, pero en este contexto es un adjetivo, right? I am terrified. Estoy aterrorizado. I am terrifying quiere decir que tú eres espantoso, tenebroso, algo así, right? So it's not the same. And, okay, so what is something terrifying? Is something that causes terror. Something that causes terror, algo que causa terror, right? Y aquí está también otra base, que es la palabra terror. Okay, very well. In the next one, we have, in number 2, we have interest. What is interest? Interest is the verb. And interest is also the noun, right? So you say, I interest, quiere decir yo intereso. Entonces, interest es el verbo interesar, right? And interest is also the noun. También es el sustantivo. Es decir, interest is interés. They're both, right? Depending on the context, right? Depende del contexto. Si yo te digo, I interest, she interests, es yo intereso, ella interesa. Si decimos, I don't know, there is interest, entonces significa hay interés. Por lo tanto, este interest es ambos, tanto el sustantivo como el verbo. So from here, we can have, if we add the ed, right? How is it different from interesting? Just to see if it's clear, vamos a ver si está claro. So please tell me, according to this, so Uriel, what is the difference between interested and interesting?
Interested es como que me causa interés, que estoy interesado en ella. Yes.
Interested is yo estoy interesado. And interesting?
Fue lo que me provocó interés.
Exactly. Entonces, interesante. Right? Interested, interesado. Yo estoy interesado. Interesting, interesante. Okay, very well. So, see, we have the ending for your feelings. You have ing for things that cause you that feeling. Okay, So you're saying, Uriel, please help us read number 2 and you choose any of these options.
Yesterday, good luck at the physical roller coasters in class. It was very interesting.
Yeah, very well. So it was very interesting, right? Because we're talking about roller coasters. Las montañas rusas, right? Roller coasters. Yeah. So they are interesting. No puede ser interested, al menos que esté hablando de una persona. Okay. Now let's see. Please help us, Fernando, with the number 3.
I was completely surprised when I got the present you sent me.
I was completely surprised. Exactly. Okay, so now the base verb. ¿Cuál es el verbo del que se deriva esto surprises or surprising?
Surprise, ¿no?
Surprise, exactly. The surprise es el verbo y también es el sustantivo, right? For example, you can say, what a surprise. Qué sorpresa. Entonces, aquí esto es un sustantivo. If you say, I surprised my mother. Sorprendí a mi madre, right? So in this case, it's used as a verb and a noun. Esta es la base. Okay. Esta es la base de donde proviene. If you modify them, si los modificas con ed or ing, then it becomes an adjective. Se transforma en un adjetivo. Right? So these words are adjectives, not longer verbs. So you can have a word, puedes tener una palabra y puede ser un sustantivo, puede ser un verbo, la puedes modificar, puede ser un adjetivo, puede ser un adverbio, right? For example, ahora si tuviéramos interesting, puedo decir interestingly, que quiere decir interesantemente. Entonces ya esto es un adverbio, right? So you can modify some of these words and they become something different, all right? Very well, so this is when you feel like this, right? Surprised, entonces como estoy hablando de mí, si yo estaba sorprendido. Okay, please Miguel, help us with the number 4.
We went on a 20-kilometer walk in the country last week. It was exhausting.
Very well, so it's the verb exhaust, right? Exhaust. Exhaust is both, again, is the verb, es más que cansar, es fatigar, podríamos decir, right? Exhaust. And when you say exhausted, sería exhausto, right? Exhausto. Exhausting sería que algo causa el cansancio, right? So in this case, which one did you choose? Exhausted or exhausting?
Exhausting.
Exactly, exhausting. So, because you're talking about the trip, de esto. Estamos hablando de esto y no de una persona. Very well. Please help us, Itzel, with the number 5.
Confused.
Confused.
Confused. I am confused. Do we have a test tomorrow or not?
Exactly, very well. So I'm talking about my feelings, so I would say confused. Finally, remember that the pronunciation of the ed, it will be not like la N no suena cuando tenemos terminación ed, right? Al menos que tengamos aquí, por ejemplo, la T. But we would say, for example, Terrified, o sea, sin la E, terrified. Interested, sí lo leo así, interested, porque tengo T. Son las reglas del pasado, right? De la pronunciación de los verbos en pasado. Surprised, sin la E, right? Exhausted, si se lee porque hay T. Confused, sin la E, confused. Okay, so confused, confundido, right? Confusing, confuso, right? I confuse, yo confundo. And we also say confused también puede ser el sustantivo, right? Puede ser el confusión. No, that's confusion. Sorry, confusion. Entonces tenemos confusion, el verbo confuse, y de aquí se derivan los adjetivos que tenemos. Okay. Please, Heidi, help us with number 6.
Yes, teacher. My brother fell down in the cafeteria yesterday. Everyone saw him, and he felt really embarrassed.
Very well. I felt really embarrassed. We have embarrassed and embarrassing, so it's correct, embarrassed. You see the pronunciation? That's, we don't say embarrassed, I would say embarrassed. Okay, please, Gabby, help us with number 7.
Okay. After 3 weeks on vacation at the beach, I feel really relaxed.
Exactly. Very well. So here we have the verb is relax, que es relajar. What would be the noun? ¿Cuál sería el sustantivo? O sea, la relajación. How can we say that in English? Relaxation. Relaxation sería relajación. So relax, relajar. Relaxation, relajación. We can transform in this the base verb in an adjective, relaxed and relaxing, que sea relajado y relaxing, ¿qué querría decir?
Relajante.
Relajante. Okay. So you would use relaxing, for example, I don't know, like a spa, massage, holiday, vacation, all right? And you use relax, you can say, I am relaxing. Si tú dijeras, I am relaxing, que si yo soy relajante, which could be, but doesn't make a lot of sense. Yadira, can you please help us with number 8, please?
Of course, teacher. Some really shows on TV are really disgusting.
Very well. So disgusting means desagradable, right? Or asqueroso, right? So it comes from disgust. Disgust es tanto disgustar como el disgusto también es el sustantivo. So you can disgust someone, right? But when we add the ed, right, is disgusted, sería como disgustado, right? Entonces los reality TV shows no pueden ser disgustados, son disgustantes o asquerosos o feos, right? Disgusting. Very well. So do you have any questions about the difference between the adjectives with ed and ing?
No,
Okay, very well. Now, if you want to transform them into an adverb, si quieren transformar estos en adverbios, lo único que hay que hacer es, aquellos que terminan en ing, se les añade ly, la terminación li, de tal forma que podrías decir, por ejemplo, terrifyingly, terríficamente, interestingly, interesantemente, surprisingly, sorpresivamente, exhaustingly, yes, so on, you know. So, the ly añade ese como mente, pero solo lo utilizamos cuando ing, con el verbo, perdón, el adjetivo en ing. No existiría con el que termina en ed. ¿Ok? Y así lo transformamos en un adverbio. ¿Ok? Very well. So we're going to listen to this audio now, and there thing you can see. It's about Alisa and Bruno. So I think they are going to, they're going to this amusement park. Amusement park is like Six Flags, well, this kind of things, right? So the amusement park es como se dice feria o parque de atracciones, right? So they go to the amusement park. I don't remember if, I remember the last time I went, and I tried to go to all of them, but I have to admit that there are some of them that make me very terrified. For example, I'm not a fan of those that make you, those rides that make you go all over your head. No soy muy fan de esos que te ponen de cabeza y te dan vueltas así cuando estás de cabeza. I feel like I'm going to fall. And then, especially because I read or I watch things before I go to the amusement park. Estoy leyendo o estoy viendo videos de accidentes y me dan más miedo. Okay, so we're going to listen to Alisa and Bruno. They go to the amusement park and see if you have the adverbs or the adjectives that we checked today. Okay, let's see. Let's play this.
Page 38, Exercise 3.
Okay, one moment, please. It's the unit 5.
Unit 4.
Okay, for some reason I don't have it. Sorry for that. Okay, sorry, it doesn't work. So we'll show you now the next thing, right? We're going to watch the next video. Yeah, I think.
Scene number.
Okay, listo, ya lo tengo.
Page 46. Vocabulary. ED and ING adjective endings.
Oh.
Exercise 4. Look at the pictures and read the note. Unit 5. Scared? I was terrified.
Ready, sorry.
Page 46. Listening. Conversations at an amusement park.
Conversation 1. Okay, so what are we going on first?
I want to go on the Scream Machine. Me too.
Yeah, but it might take hours to get on. Look at the line, Bruno.
It's not that bad. Alyssa, are you scared?
Scared? I'm terrified. Why don't we go on the tidal wave?
Look, there are only a few people in the line there. It must be boring. And I'm sort of worried about the water on that one.
Don't be silly, Bruno. You don't have to swim.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't really like the water.
Listen, there's enough time to do everything. Don't worry about the lines. Let's start with the Scream Machine. Really, Alyssa, you can't be that afraid. You went on a ride just like it last year. It's really exciting when you're on it. Honest.
I don't know. I'm still not sure. How many loops does it have?
10. You're gonna love it.
I don't know.
Come on. You can scream as much as you want.
Okay, but then we're going on the tidal wave. Bruno?
Okay, that's fair. Come on, before the line gets longer.
Conversation 2. That was great. What a fantastic day. The Scream Machine was great. I loved it.
I told you. And what about the tidal wave, Bruno? Scary?
Nah, not at all. I'm surprised. I loved the water.
But the Colossus was the best. It was so exciting.
Yeah, that was my favorite too. It was amazing. I've been on a lot of rides, and that was the best ride ever.
Everything was a lot of fun. Except, we spent too much money, right?
And I'm exhausted now.
Hey, do we have enough money for something to eat?
Yeah, I think so. We have a little time before the bus comes. You can buy something to eat over there. Let's get something.
Okay. I want a cheeseburger.
Page 46. Vocabulary. ED and ING adjective endings. Exercise.
Well, so let's see. Which ride is Alyssa scared of? The Scream Machine, the Colossus, or the tidal wave?
The tidal wave.
Exactly.
Scream Machine.
Well, it wasn't the Colossus for sure, because they are mentioned in the conversation too. So now you have to decide, a screen machine or tidal wave? Be careful, sometimes
Screen
word
machine.
position. Let's listen again, this part.
Ooh,
Yeah, but it might take hours to get on. Look at the line, Bruno.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so what are we going on first?
I want to go on the scream machine.
me
Yes, we're
too.
talking about screen machine.
Yeah, but it might take hours to get on. Look at the line, Bruno.
It's not that bad. Alyssa, are you scared?
Scared? I'm terrified. Why don't we go on the tidal wave?
Look, there are only a few people in the line there. It must be boring. And I'm sort of...
Yeah, so she says that she wants to go to the tidal wave because she is scared of the scream machine. Well, that name also sounds terrifying, right? Why doesn't Bruno like the tidal wave?
He
Yeah, well,
doesn't
goodness.
like the water.
Sort of worried about the water on that one.
Don't be silly,
No.
Bruno. You
Right.
don't have to.
People in the line there. It must be boring. And I'm sort of worried about the water on that one.
Don't be silly, Bruno. You don't have to swim.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't really like the water.
Listen,
Okay, so he doesn't like the water. Very well. And then Colin suggests starting with the screaming machine. Why?
I think it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Exactly, it's a lot of fun. In the conversation too, the question is, what was Colin's favorite ride?
The Colossus.
The Colossus. What was the problem at the end of the day?
They spend a lot of money.
Money.
Yes. Okay. So, have you ever been to an amusement park? Do you like amusement parks? Like Six Flags and those things?
Yes, I like it.
Yes, okay. Very well. So what are your favorite rides? Do you like, for example, the do you like, for example, this
Superman,
Superman
Batman, and Scorpion.
roller coasters, right?
Yes.
Roller coasters, and we have the wheels. Wheel of the Fortune, like this one. Okay. Yeah, me too, but yeah, sometimes I'm very terrified about it. Okay. So now for this couple of feelings, right? What we have with the ED, you will tell me situations that make you feel like this, just a couple. Okay, 1 second. Vamos a ver otros verbos, perdón, otros adjetivos que se basan en verbos. So you will tell me situations of the last time you were feeling like this. De la última vez que se sintieron de esta forma. All right, I will spin the wheel and you choose. Okay, so let's spin it and see what you get. I would like to ask in the first place, Itzel, please tell us, when was the last time you felt annoyed or something annoying happened to you? When was the last time something annoying happened to you or that you felt annoyed? so you see that, right? In this question is, ¿cuándo fue la última vez que te sentiste que te sucedió algo molesto o que te sentiste molesta, right? So when was the last time something annoying happened to you, or you felt annoyed? Can you tell me a situation? Try to remember. Try to tell me a situation that made you feel annoyed, please. Okay, maybe let's ask Uriel, please. Tell me the last time you felt annoyed.
The last weekend, I annoyed because my friend crossed the street, and él no vio a los lados.
Sir,
Ajá,
he
he
didn't see.
He didn't see.
Okay, very well. So your partner just said, right? Dijo, me molesté. ¿Cómo podemos decir me molesté? Tenemos annoyed. Simplemente tenemos que añadir I got annoyed. Entonces, get annoyed sería molestarse. You can say I am annoyed. You can say I'm annoyed, quiere decir estoy molesto. I got annoyed quiere decir me molesté. Okay? Please, Uriel, can you choose another partner, another person?
Fernando.
Okay. Just tell us, Fernando, when was the last time you felt disappointed or that something disappointing happened to you?
Yesterday I go to mm, mm, pay my placas. Bueno, o sea, ayer fui a pagar mis placas and había buscado que eran como 600 y al final tuve que pagar como 1200 por la tenencia. Y ya, por eso me sentí como desilusionado porque pensé que era menos.
Okay, so your partner said disappointed very well. So disappoint es quiere decir decepcionar, right? Disappoint. So disappointed, decepcionado. Disappointing es algo que causa decepción. ¿Cómo diríamos decepción en sí? So we would say disappointment.
Disappointment. Okay.
Disappointment, exactly. Eso quiere decir decepción. Okay. So you felt disappointed because of the car plates. Plate es como se dice la placa. Car plate.
Car plate. Okay.
Okay, very well. Fernando, please choose another partner.
Itzel.
Itzel, tell me something interesting that happened to you. Maybe someone else, because I think she can participate. A ver, vamos a escoger. I will choose Gabriela. Please tell me something interesting that happened to you recently.
Um, mm, mm, I have a, I don't know, teacher. I have a new course in the office. Is interesting because the first aid.
Very well. So you feel interested, right?
Yes.
Very well. Please, Gabby, choose another partner.
Yadira.
Excellent. Okay, Yadira, when was the last time you felt surprised or something surprising happened to you?
Okay, yesterday I felt surprised because when I go home, yes, good.
Mm-hmm.
And the handyman finished the work.
Okay, so you feel
Yes.
surprised.
Yes, really
Okay.
fast.
Very well. When you have a surprise and it's something disappointing, in this case was good, but when it's a bad surprise, una sorpresa mala, you can use shocked or shocking. So shock es literalmente eso, como estar en shock por algo que te ocurrió. Entonces, cuando te ocurre una sorpresa y esa sorpresa es mala, dices, I am shocked. Okay, very well. Please, Yadira, choose another partner.
Nubia.
Okay, Nubia, let's see. So when was the last thing something frightening or happened to you?
Teacher, what's the meaning of the word?
Frightening, it means like atemorizador, algo tenebroso, like terrifying. Is a synonym of terrifying. So you can see
Yes.
frightened. Frightened is your feeling. Frightening is something that causes that.
Yesterday night, I felt frightened.
I felt
Because
frightened.
I was frightened.
Frightened? Mm-hmm.
Because I heard a noise.
Oh.
And
Do you often hear sounds in your house?
yes, but yesterday was in the middle of the night, and I heard like stone. How can I say golpeaba el piso?
A stone hit the floor.
Hit the floor.
Okay. Well, that will be frightened too. Novia, can you choose another partner, please?
Yes. Katie?
Katie, when was the last time you felt excited or that something exciting happened to you?
Okay, teacher, I feel excited because in 2 months we are going to travel to Disney again with children.
Okay, you're going to travel to the USA?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Yes, okay, very well.
Thank you.
Good, good. So I hope you had a good trip. Very well. So, this is right. Exciting, excited. So I am excited. The travel or the trip is exciting. Okay. Now we move on to our next topic, and it is some models to talk about why things happen the way they happen. Models of probability. Okay. So models of probability is when you want to explain something, right? Cuando queremos explicar algo. So we have here 3 modal verbs, that is, there are 4. Must, can't, may, might, and could, but actually may, might, and could mean the same. Okay, so must, it means debo or debe, right? For example, you can say, it must not be easy to I don't know, it must not be easy to go through the traffic all the time. Aquí digo, no debe ser fácil viajar, tener que enfrentar el tráfico todo el tiempo. Okay, so I'm saying here, must, you learn that must, it means debes, como un deber, right? You must do your homework, for example. But must is also used when you, it's also like in Spanish, when you want to say the reason of something, you use must, okay? So you use must when it's like a 100% of certainty, right? Si estás seguro de lo que dices, es como un 100%, right? Es que debe de ser así. Can't is when you are 100% but of the opposite. Can't sería estar 100% seguro pero de lo contrario, right? So in this case, you say, for example, it can't be possible. No puede ser posible, right? It can't be possible. So what are you saying? That this is 0% possible. And the next ones are just synonyms, but they mean the same. May, might, and could. The 3 of them mean podrías, o algo podría, right? There's no difference. In the both, you can use may, you can use might, or could, the one that comes to your mind first. Just the may is more formal, vamos a decir que may es más formal que los demás, pero both of them can be used in the same way. All right. If we check these examples, we have, for example, that it says, when you're very certain, aquí decimos, use must for something you're almost certain of. De algo que lo estás casi totalmente seguro. You have to be 14 or older to go on that ride. It must be terrifying. Debe de ser terrorífico. So I'm giving my opinion of something and I'm saying, well, it must be like this. Use can't for something you believe is impossible. Ralph doesn't speak French, so he can't be from France. Pues como no habla francés, pues él no puede ser de Francia. Okay, so now I'm using the next ones, right? I don't know where your sister is, but she might. Podría utilizar también could o may, pero aquí utilice might. She might be upstairs. Podría estar en el piso, en el segundo piso, está en la parte de arriba. I could not go to the barbecue because I haven't finished my homework. Podría no ir a la carnita asada porque no he acabado mi tarea. So in this case, could, it's also podrías. Y también es el pasado de poder. Pero en este contexto quiere decir como una probabilidad. Es decir, es probable que no vaya. Okay. My dog doesn't want to eat. He may be sick. Él podría estar enfermo. Okay. So use might and may when it's like 50-50. Can't is 0% and must is 100%. When you want to explain something, so you can say like the probability using the present. If you want to say a probability in past, lo único que tenemos que añadir en este caso a estos modal verbs es have y un verbo en pasado participio. Entonces ya estamos dando una opinión o alguna I don't know how to say it, but it's basically, for example, si aquí dice must be, debe ser terrífico, it must be terrifying, también puedes decir it must have been terrifying. Debió haber sido terrorífico. Entonces ahora esto está en pasado. Aquí dice debe ser terrorífico. Aquí estoy diciendo debió haber sido terrorífico. Okay. So he can't be from France, diría. He can't have been from France. Él no pudo haber sido de Francia. O él no puede haber sido de Francia. Might be upstairs. Might have been upstairs. Podría haber estado arriba. Okay, so in the book you don't have this form, but just to let you know, podemos dar una opinión de por qué algo sucede en el presente o de por qué algo sucedió en el pasado, simplemente añadiendo have y verbo en pasado participio. All right, I'm going to show you now a couple of pictures. You tell me how you feel about them. 1 second. Okay, so please try to explain what is going on in each of these pictures. Vamos a intentar explicar lo que pasa en estas imágenes, okay? So, well, some of them look terrifying, but maybe let's choose, okay, this one. Or maybe the other one. Okay, can you please give us your theory about what is going on, Miguel? ¿Nos puedes dar tu teoría de qué está pasando aquí? Puedes utilizar must, can, or might, may, could.
It must a picture, a movie.
It must be a picture. The dog must be hungry. What do you think they are cooking? What kind of what do you think they are grilling? They're cooking.
Meat, barbecue.
A barbecue? Yeah, maybe it's pork. Okay, very well. How about, what do you think, Heidi? What is going on here? What happened here?
I think the dog may be fly.
Maybe flying. Okay. Podría estar volando. I think the dog could be flying just with his ears.
Yes.
Okay. The dog could be terrified. I open the picture more. All right. Very well. There's more stuff. Okay, let's see. What do you think happened here? Please tell us, Uriel.
Maybe the hurricane or the man is strong and he ¿cómo se dice lanzar?
¿Cómo se dice qué?
Lanzar.
Throw?
Throw the track.
Okay. Entonces dirías, there must have occurred a hurricane. Debió haber ocurrido un huracán. Another probability, as Miguel said, is that he must be Hulk. Yeah, or Superman look, because he looks like very strong, and maybe put the car in the tree. Okay, another probability is that it could be Photoshop. All right, I don't want to know about this man. He must be sleeping. All right. Very well. Well, what can I say? Very well. So when we explain things, we will use this. Now, please, just for homework, help me complete the next part. Is the page, okay, the exercise 7. 4 at the page 2, page 47. 47, exercise 7. And we finish for today. So thank you so much and see you